David always used different cars for family vacations, never the prized Rolls Royce, too valuable for rough roads. At dinner, Sarah suggested taking it, sparking debate. Finally relenting, David felt uneasy. The next morning, his best friend Mark arrived. "Hey, David," Mark said, a bit sheepish. "I need a favor. My wife loves Rolls Royce, and she wants to rent it for our anniversary. I can't afford it. Can I borrow it for just one day?" David frowned, not wanting to part with his car, especially not with their trip planned. "I'm sorry, Mark, but I really need it for my family vacation." Mark's disappointment was clear, but he pressed on. "Come on, you never use it anyway, just for a day." After a moment of contemplation, David reluctantly agreed. But as he handed over the keys, doubts crept in. Was Mark just using him? He shared his concerns with Sarah later, and her reaction was immediate. "David, you shouldn't have let him borrow it," she snapped. Feeling the tension, they decided to go ahead with their trip using another car. They packed their bags, loaded up the Bentley, and set off. As they drove, David couldn't shake the feeling that something was off. Perhaps it was the nagging guilt of lending the Rolls Royce, or maybe it was the unease from Sarah's earlier outburst. On the second day, they were navigating through winding mountain roads when David received a call from Mark. The moment he saw Mark's name flash on his phone, a knot tightened in his stomach. When they arrived, the sight was chaotic. Mark's leg twisted at an odd angle. "Mark! Emily!" David shouted, rushing over. "What happened?" "We were just driving along," Mark gasped, his face pale. "Another car came out of nowhere, and we didn't have time to react." David thought they could have been in that car instead. If you think they had taken the Rolls, would they have faced the same fate? Then subscribe.